Hello, and today we will be talking about GNOME Boxes, or an easier way to run virtual machine on Linux. So, if you are very new to this virtual machine thing, you will probably be more familiar with VirtualBox or VMware, and I have a couple of video on those, and I also show how to install them in Kali Linux. So, if you are interested in that, you can see that as well. But if you are someone who wants to get a quick and easy VirtualBox without doing too much of the work, then no, the GNOME boxes is a really good option. So today we will explore that. And mind you, I did not actually go through and test it thoroughly. And yeah, so I did not go through everything and check everything as well. I'm going in blind in this, so I will be going through it with you guys. So if you like the video, then subscribe and leave a comment down below if you like this or not. So the first thing we will do is obviously we need to update our repositories. So let me just do that. Let me just make this font a little bit bigger so you guys can see better. So there we go, it's a bit bigger. And if you want to know how to make this bigger, you can just hit Ctrl Shift plus, and that will make your terminal font a bit bigger. So then what you will want to do is do sudo, oops, my bad, this one, sudo apt update, and this will update all of our repositories. Then we can just do sudo apt install GNOME dash boxes. So this is the exact command you need. So make sure you did everything correctly, and the capitalization does matter. So if you have any irregularity, just make sure that your command looks exactly like this. Then hit enter, and it is a 171. It will take 171 megabytes of additional disk space. So we have that obviously. So again, I just hit enter, and it will download everything it needs, and it is fairly lightweight for a virtual machine. So I'll wait for it to finish, then we'll continue afterwards. Don't worry, this is just asking if we want to upgrade our packages automatically. So obviously I do not want that. I want to manually select what I want to upgrade or not. So that's why I just selected no on that. And there we go. So that downloaded and installed GNOME boxes, and there is two way you can open this. You can just search your what is it? I forgot what this is called, but you can just search for boxes, and you can see it shows up. You can do it from here, or if you're like a terminal type of guy, you can also just type GNOME boxes, and it will also open boxes. So we're obviously doing this from the terminal, and here you can see it's kind of giving us a tutorial. Welcome to boxes, then express installation, option for new virtual machine, so easy downloads. And if you didn't know, well, obviously you didn't know because while you're watching this, so boxes has a really cool feature where it will download the operating system for you, so you do not have to go around and look for what you're trying to install. But mind you, it is mostly Linux distribution. So if someone out there, if you are that type of guy who is looking forward to testing or trying out different type of Linux distribution while you are on a Linux distribution, then this is a very good option. So here you can see I have two right here, and don't worry, there is more option. So it is saying Debian testing and Debian net install, so both are here. But if you want more options, you can see there is option called download and operating system. So if we click this, I really like that eye. So you can see it is also 2 here, but there is a lot more. So you can click on this 3 dot right here, and as you can see, whoa, it just got us a bunch of more options. And as you can see, there is a lot of OSs. You have GNOME OS Nightly, you have OpenSUSE, Manjaro, Pure OS, even Arch Linux, you have that as well. Clear OS, Pure OS. There is a bunch of options right here. And you have Fedora, you have Ubuntu as well. So there is a really long list of options that you can do. So today what I am trying to install is Arch, mostly because I am kind of familiar with it and I just want to see how this works out. So here it is downloading. So I don't think we can see the progress. Where the heck did it go? Wait. Oh, here it is. So there it is downloading. Unfortunately, I don't think we can see the progress. Yeah, we can see the progress, how much it's done, but it is downloading. So I don't think I can wait that long. It seems to be downloading relatively fast, so I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it to finish downloading. Then we can go over how to install this operating system. So let's wait and see what happens. Okay, so we are back in business, and that took almost about 40 minutes and more. I don't remember how long that took, but that took a long time. Anyway, so we can continue from here. As you can see, it's giving us a little bit of options here that says operating system Arch Linux because that's the one we just downloaded. Then we have memory, so we can give it as much memory you want. Arch is pretty light, so I'll just go with 2 gigabytes. And 20 gigabytes of storage is just fine for just normal Arch install. So we will be enabling EFI anywhere, so let me just create this. I don't know why I love that big thing. Okay, so we can hit install and then just wait for it to boot up and do its thing. And if it seems like it's a bit slow, that's because I am running this in a virtual machine. So it's like a virtual machine inception. Yeah, I have a virtual machine running inside of a virtual machine. So please don't do that. That's not recommended. If you're a mainly an Linux user and you're looking for a way to quickly install Linux operating systems and test them out, Boxes is a really good option because, well, let's see. It seems like really nice to me. It's working so far, and as you can see, I did not have to go to another website and download the OS myself. I basically just did some clicks and it automatically downloaded, and now it's booting up. It's booted. So if you don't know how Arch works, this is basically it. Yeah, that's basically all you get. So uh, I would like to show you how you can install this, but the installation process is basically the same. You can see my previous videos on how to install this. So it is finally done, and after so long, I am really tired, and it took a long time, but it's done, and we can actually launch this. If we double click this, it will launch the virtual machine that we just installed. And if the performance is a bit wonky, that's because I am running this in a virtual machine. So yeah, if you feel like it's a little bit laggy, that's because of that reason. But other than that, everything seems to be working. So here we are at the login screen, and it feels pretty normal. So everything is working. And here is the user section, and we can type our password here. Let me see if I can find some other settings that we can change. So there's some key bindings, and there is preferences. So we can change our memory from here, and a bunch of other options. There is quite a lot of options for something this quickly installable. So that's something cool. And we can have snapshots as well, so that's always a plus point. And we can, let me just do my password and log in, and let's have our first look at our arc install in boxes. So it's taking a bit longer than expected. That's because I'm running this in a virtual machine. But if you're running this in an actual system, then it should not be this slow. And if it is this slow, then please let me know. I would really like to know what it's like to run this in an actual system. So it feels fairly normal. So everything is here. It is an XFCE desktop environment, pretty lightweight, and we have all the applications. So everything feels like it's fine. And here is our settings panel. Let me just change the display resolution. It's a bit small for now. And wow, there's a lot of resolution. So there we go, 1980 by 1080. And now we have a full screen desktop environment. So that's basically it. That's how you can, that's the first look at boxes and how it actually works. So if you're looking for a quick and easy way to install virtual machines and not have to do too much yourself, then this is a really good option. And again, if you like the video, then like and subscribe. And if you find any issues in this, please let me know, because for me it is working just fine, but for you there may be issues that I may have missed or did not occur to me. So that's it, and see you guys in the next video.